Hey guys, and welcome back to another thrilling episode. And today I reckon it's finally time I show off Roscoe's car from the Dukes of Hazzard. Also, another thing I want to touch up on is that General Lee has had yet again another upgradation on the computer, and this time it's the curved look that we've all been waiting for. And man, the General Lee looks much better with the curves fully on the side. So I'll show you that off later in today's video as well. Also, another thing I want to mention is, are you guys still enjoying my content? Or have I gone a little too far off the rails, if you get what I mean? Like, originally this channel was all based on trains, but I seem to be going a little bit away from that, from the Lego Bolt the Builders and the General Lee kit and all that stuff. And potentially even a new train adventure series, which I'm still not 100% certain about. So I reckon I'm going to stop saying I'm going to confirm things. Like, I'm going to try and go away from the train adventure stuff, because that's not what you guys subscribed for. You guys subscribe for the Lego trains and all the Lego stuff that I make. So also, Lego trains, new Lego trains coming in the future will be coming slowly as well, since money is a huge play with Lego, if you know how expensive Lego is. So new trains anytime soon, I have no idea, but I don't think trains aren't going to come out as recently, so you're going to have to deal with the trains I have for now. Realistic Lego train scenes I definitely want to still do, and of course the Dukes of Hazzard, maybe even Knight Rider I may continue as well. But if you guys don't like that stuff, then let me know down below in the comments, because it'd be really nice to know whether or not I'm still doing well, my channel's still going well. So it'd just be nice to get some feedback from you guys, if you don't mind. Also, I brought Lofty on the side because I thought, since Lofty in the TV show had pretty smooth wheels, I decided to change out the wheels into these, and there's a reason why it's not fully changed, because that last one there is because these were the old wheels that were on the old General Lee. And man, they're small compared to the wheels that are on the General Lee now. And I reckon that gives it more of the Lofty look that we've all been wanting. Like, gives more of the real Lofty. How Lofty looked in the TV show. Also, I want to do more building tutorials as well, since that's what I was hoping to do. So hopefully there'll be some more building tutorial coming out, and maybe even some mini Lego trains, because you guys seem to really like that as well. So I'll definitely be sure to check that out, and add in even more mini tutorials. Potentially even a tutorial on how to build some Lego Bolt the Builder models, like Lofty or Scoop or Rolly or Muck. You guys need to let me know down below in the comments, and I'll be sure to check that out. So yeah, with all that out of the way, let's get back to the main focus of today's video. So, here is Roscoe's car. I've teased it off a couple of videos. Like, it's been in a couple of videos before, like the render of it, the render of the front, the back, and all that stuff. So this car is 16 studs wide. Eventually it's going to have the curved look that the General Lee now has. And yeah, I just want to show it off and see what you guys think. I don't know exactly what this car is or what the car is based off. So if you're a car fan, you'd probably know exactly what kind of car this is. I know Hayden does for sure. And yeah, also I plan to have opening doors, since the doors do not open at the moment. But yeah. So the hood, it's the same thing with the General Lee. It basically has no engine, which I still have not given my General Lee in real life an engine yet. But yeah, you guys know that the hood does open. I also really wanted to get all the angles on the real car, so you can see it angled in the grille, as well as the whole bumper bar, so it's nice and angled out. Also, another thing I did was I made the boot open, and hopefully this boot will be a lot more nicer. I'm just gonna go check real quick. So as you can see, it's got the same kind of exhaust that the General Lee had, because this car was actually, I built it off the General Lee that is now, and obviously changed quite a few things to get it to what it looks like now. But majority of this car is based off my model of the General Lee that I had, and quite a bit of it's different as well, which you guys could probably notice as well. Okay, so the boot, I wanted to make sure it opened how it did in the TV show. And hopefully, yes, that one's gonna be nice to me. And as you can see, the boot opens nice and wide. And you can see the angle, how it takes up the curve at the back. So it opens up wide enough, which is really nice. So that's the whole boot of the car, which actually looks quite nice, honestly. And the tyres, also just like the tyres in the TV show as well, the Dukes Hazzard. So yeah, it was great. Roscoe's, there used to be like a police thing there, like it was kind of like a star, a golden star, and it said sheriff. Also those golden strips there, and the one at the front also said sheriff as well. But yeah, it said Hazzard County, I believe. That's what that star said. And yeah, I couldn't actually brick build it or anything like that, so it had to be left out for now. But hopefully sometime in the future, that will eventually become a sticker. But the curves is the next thing I plan to do with this model as well. And yeah, the sirens are a little too big for my likings, but it's the best kind of shape I could get with the kind of size and the scale. Sadly, they don't exist in transparent, which is annoying. So you actually can't get flashing lights, which would have been so cool, but not quite. Also, one of the plans I have for the future is I may potentially jump the 16 stud by General Lee, but I'm still debating whether I'm going to do that or not. But I reckon it would be cool to jump the General Lee over Roscoe's car. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, I brought my 16 stud by General Lee out as well. You see the General there. So yeah, and now finally the last thing I wanted to show you today was the General Lee fully curved up. So the model's loading in, and here it is. This is what the General Lee looks like when it's fully curved. So it took quite a bit of time to do this. It's now 18 studs wide, which is ridiculous. And those thin wheels really look too small now. So I'm gonna have to make them bigger. So sadly, if the wheels do become bigger, steering may not be possible, which is annoying. But yeah, majority of the car basically stay the same, which is pretty nice. And yeah, overall, I honestly think this looks really good. And a lot of it is actually pretty simple to do as well, so I could actually add this in real life pretty quickly if I got the parts. So yeah, you can see it's got a nice curve. Before, the curve was a little too much, so I had to change it and put like a skinny in the middle. You might be able to see it there, probably not. But yeah, the O1 was able to stay as well since I had that brick built. So it's all curved just like on the real General Lee, and it just looks really good. Also, the back is sloped out as well. I don't know if I showed you that before, I probably have. And yeah, it's just detailing the interior that's left to do, I believe. The back, I'm pretty sure has stayed mostly the same. Also made sure to keep that detail there as well. So I'll show you what the car looks like. So the brick wall behind it. But yeah, you can see those like brackets pieces that I use. And with adding two skinnies on top of the bracket, because they give it just a tiny bit of a bump, that's more than enough to get it out to one whole stud. Which is why this pushing out the arch by one whole stud, it lines up nice and flush with that whole thing. And you can see what I mean by adding the skinny in the middle to break up that curve a little bit in tile form, so you can fit that in there as well. And yeah, in case you're wondering, this is just on top of the wall of the General Lee right now. And it's just adding all sorts of curves and slopes, and boom, that's basically the 18 stud wide upgradation done. The middle stays the same mostly as far as I can tell. Probably going to cut off one skinny going across there, so that'll just be one skinny instead of two. But that's going to actually widen the interior, so the seats will have to be wider. And that's going to make the door seem a lot more flush, and from the top view, you really do get that nice angle that the real General Lee has, if I zoom out real quick. And yeah, I bet you Hayden's going to be saying, oh yeah, this looks good. Because Hayden is now 18 studs wide, so yay for you, I guess. Also, I wanted to add curves to the side, so that's not the only reason why I did it. main reason was to add curves, which I said before. And as you can see, that nice curve that's on the real General is actually replicated on my model General, which is really cool. So yeah, the General is now fully curved up, and yeah, it looks really good. And you can see the back is mostly the same. It took a little bit of adjusting too to get used to the new look of the General. At first it didn't look that nice and I didn't want to have it at all, but now I've gotten used to it and it actually looks really nice. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think this looks really good or not so much? So yeah, and that was the last thing I wanted to show you guys today. And yeah, that's basically, well, hopefully sometime in the future, probably not too far away, hopefully, the General will become 18 studs wide, which is crazy. But yeah, there you have it. The General's new upgradation, all fully curved up. So yeah, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Bye!